trial. What makes you believe that the other side does not have the evidence or enough evidence to proceed to trial?
Simple lang yan eh. Carmina, di ba sinasabi nila 30,000 ang pinatay daw? Sino ba yun? Nasaan ba yun? Eh bakit parang tatlo lang yata ang nagsasabing yung kamag-anak nila pinatay? Eh doon lang may problema ka na doon eh. Di ba? Ang propaganda, 30,000 people have been killed during the drug war. Nasaan yan? Kailan ginawa yan? Saan nangyari yan? Sino mga testigo mo? Yan ang gusto kong marinig mamaya kung ano ba itong mga demandang ito? Sino ba ito?
Joining us now is Duterte's former chief presidential legal counsel, Attorney Salvador Panelo, joins us now live from The Hague in the Netherlands. Attorney Panelo, good morning from Manila. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so nice to have you on the program. Nice to be talking to you again. First of all, have you seen the former president since you arrived there at The Hague?
No, in fact, I haven't seen him since he was arrested.
And what's your primary role there? We understand that Nick Kaufman has already said that you have been very, very helpful and instrumental in the defense of the former president. But for today, in the confirmation of charges hearing, what's your primary role, Attorney Panelo?
Well, the lawyers that are members of the Filipino legal team met earlier today, and we decided that we will be observing the proceedings today. And thereafter, we will be meeting with the other team to discuss whatever strategies we have in mind or theirs.
When did you start in terms of engagement in crafting the former president's defense, Attorney Panelo?
We have not yet drafted any defense insofar as the case handled by the other team. What you may be referring is what I've been saying in my shows, in interviews, and questioning the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court. Insofar as the formal proceedings being done here at The Hague, we have no participation whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, physically, no participation, but have you been in touch with Nick Kaufman?
No.
You've never talked to him?
Well, except for earlier today, when I was talking to one of the correspondents, journalists, he suddenly came into the phone and said hi to me.
All right.
That's the only time we had.
And
in fact, I didn't recognize him because I was talking to another person, and then suddenly his voice came out, and I said, "Who are you?"
You told him, "Who are you?" Okay.
Because he suddenly popped out from the telephone conversation with another person, and he was saying many things about me, and I said, "Who are you?"
Oh.
And he said, "This is Nick Kaufman." Oh, I see. Are you with that person I'm talking to now? He said, yes. And that's it.
Who are you talking to, Sal?
Somebody from your group.
Oh, from our network?
Not really, another network. Coming from previously in your network.
Are you talking about my friend?
A friend of yours and a friend of mine.
And a friend of mine?
Yes, a mutual friend of ours.
All right, so they were together. She was doing her job, and he happened to be there with her. Okay, but here's the thing, very curiously.
Apparently, she gave the phone to him.
Okay, here's the thing, Attorney Panelo. Curiously, though, it seems as if in the previous statements of Nick Kaufman, the impression is that you have been helping them. and that he has been and he said this, that he's been following your career and you've been, in so many words, very helpful to them. But it sort of contradicts what you just said, that you just met him for the first time a few hours ago.
Not really a contradiction, because if he said that he has been following my career, my commentaries, then he has been listening, and in that sense, I was helpful because I've been questioning the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court. I've been arguing that position for so long a time.
So there is no, in terms of the former president's defense, there has been no delineation yet, a formal delineation between the Philippine team and the Hague team.
None whatsoever. We haven't met formally.
All right. And as you said a while ago, when the opening statements are delivered, and our coverage here on ANC begins at 5 p.m. later today, when the opening statements are delivered, you are just going to be there merely as an observer? Are you going to be in the room, Attorney Panelo?
We're supposed to be seated at the gallery
Okay.
where the public will be seated too.
And you will be with lawyers Medialdea and Delgra, am I correct?
Yes, there will
Alright.
be 6 of us there.
Okay. And as you said a while ago, you will be observing. What are you waiting to observe? What are you looking out for in terms of the opening statements coming from Nick Kaufman?
Whatever they will say, we will be taking notes. Then we will be discussing after that.
Pero ano po ang gusto nyong marinig mula dun sa opening statements?
Sa ngayon, hindi namin alam kung anong sasabihin nila. So, kaya kami nagpunta rito para pakinggan sila. And then, saka na kami mag-discuss kung anong, para sa amin, ang maitutulong namin sa defense team ni Presidente Duterte dito sa The Hague.
Is there anything that tells you, Sal, that you should have been engaged earlier on before the opening statements were given this afternoon?
Well, matagal ko na rin sinabi yan. At the inception pala ng kaso, sinabi ko, kailangan meron kayong Filipino lawyer dyan. Kasi the crime being accused is committed by a Filipino, committed in the Philippines. The victims are supposed to be Filipinos, kaya dapat ka may abogado kayo dyan. Kasi you will be discussing the constitution of this country, other laws related to this case. Kaya kailangan nyo ng lawyer. Wala kayong alam dyan. Kaya ever since sinasabi ko, sa defense team, kumuha kayo ng abogado dito sa Pilipinas. Wala, hindi naman nilang ginawa nun.
Sinong sila?
Pwede, di ba? I'm addressing every time I make a commentary, I address myself to the lawyers of the president in this place.
Yeah, but you didn't have a clear line to Nick Kaufman then.
Oh, definitely na. Sabi ko nga siya, kanina, hindi ko nga kilala yan.
Bakit ho kaya ganun? I mean, knowing that you're the former chief presidential legal counsel, lawyers Delgra and Medialdea were there just before he boarded that plane. So,
Kasi ang nangyari dyan,
it doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
Carmina, nangyari dyan, I was in Hong Kong eh. Nagkaroon sila ng meeting, but somehow, I didn't know about the meeting. President Duterte was making a call. In fact, sinabi ko sa iyo nung in-interview mo ako sa Hong Kong eh. Hindi kami nagkausap, madaling sabi. Wala, kung madaling sabi, hindi kami nagkausap nung nandun kami sa Hong Kong. Nagkawayan lang kami. After that, na-arresto na siya.
Pagkatapos, wala nang...
Pagkatapos, di ba, after that, I made commentaries,
Yeah.
I made observations sa kaso, pinatatanggol ko na siya. Yan siguro sinasabi ni Nick Kaufman na sinasabi niya na I've been following my career, meaning nakikinig siya kung ano. Siguro napabasa niya yung mga column ko, napapakinggan niya sa YouTube kung ano yung mga sinasabi ko. In that sense, baka nakatulong ako sa kanya.
But you were never consulted? Either by
No.
Vice President Duterte, any member of the former president's family, even Attorney Harry Roque, you were never consulted?
No,
What does that tell you, Attorney Panelo? That you were never consulted?
nothing. It tells me nothing. What is important to me is I've made a position. I have my own position on the matter as a lawyer and as a former member of the cabinet of the president.
Let's go back to
And if you will believe Kaufman, that helped him a lot.
let's go back to what we are about to experience, what we will all be seeing later this afternoon. First of all, the former president, he will not be there. The ICC over the weekend granting his request not to appear in the proceedings. Your reaction to that first?
Well, I can understand his reasons for not attending, but I was saying that regardless of whatever valid reasons he has, if I were in his shoes, I would attend the hearing not to face the ICC, but to say hi and hello to the supporters, to the friends who would be there this afternoon. Because that will help him a lot emotionally, mentally. Diba? Nakakulong siya dyan. 1 year nang nakakulong. Wala siya nakikita ng mga kaibigan niya, mga supporters niya. Kaya sabi ko, magandang pagkakataon to na pag pumasok siya ron, nakikita niya sa gallery, nandun kami, baka humarap. O di, kakaway lang namin siya. Di okay na yun, maligaya siya doon. Maligaya rin kami.
But what about the theory that's being floated that it is precisely the reason why he requested that he not be present during the hearing? And the reason is precisely that he, in so many words, is going to be saving himself if he does not appear. Kasi daw po, baka naman merong sabihin na hindi kailangan sabihin. Baka merong aksyon na hindi dapat makita, and it would sort of pierce the defense of his defense from this whole case. Your thoughts on that, Attorney Panelo?
Ang pinaka main argument niya bakit niya humarap kasi nga naniniwala siya talagang walang jurisdiction. Kasi kung naniniwala ka naman walang jurisdiction, bakit kaharap sa kanila? Ako naman, okay na sa akin yun, talagang wala naman jurisdiction. Pero kasi kung ako siya, ang gagawin ko doon, haharap ako doon, and then haharap ako sa gallery, kakawayan ko sila kung bawal na makakausap ako, and then I will ask leave from the court. You get the point?
Yeah, I get it.
Para kumaway, and then naalis na ako, permission to leave this honorable court. Tapos.
I get it. Do you think now that he was ill-advised?
No, I don't think, unang-una, si Presidente Duterte, may sariling isip yan. He decided for himself yung ginawa niya ngayon. Nasa sa kanya yun. Yun sa kanyang palagay, ang pinakamagandang gawin niya. Kaya ako naman, yung akin naman more on the aspect of his own well-being as a person in relation to his friends, to his supporters, and vis-a-vis this case.
Gaano ho kayo katagal-tatagal dyan? At may chance ho pa ba kayo na makita siya after the confirmation of hearing charges? Kasi 4 na araw po itong tatagal, may break in between. Will you ever get to see? And as I understand it, visits have not been allowed. But phone calls, pwede daw po.
Wala. Alam mo yan. Alam mo, Macarnina, na kahit yung mga phone calls minomonitor, may nire-record na yung telepono, conversation mo, tapos ini-interpret pa kung nagpipilipino ka dyan, automatic mayroong interpretasyon. Ganon kahigpit sila. Kaya wala kang mapag-uusapan na personal o confidential doon.
So you're prepared not to even see your friend? Even if you went
ang mahalaga sa amin, alam mo, mahalaga sa amin, ngayon ang pinag-uusapan namin kanina mga abogado, ang importante niya, makarating sa kanya, na yung mga kaibigan niya nandito, nakikisama sa kanya, nagbibigay ng moral support sa kanya. Palagay ko, kung ikaw nasa posisyon ni Presidente Duterte, pag nalaman mo yun, maliligayahan ka na.
So,
Okay sa amin yun.
So, Attorney Panelo, I mean, reading between the lines, no, you're there primarily as a friend.
As a friend, yes, exactly. As a friend for now. For now, because the team has been officially created only, I think, the day before. So, wala pa kaming papel. Kaya nga, mag-uobserba kami.
Pero
Pero sana yun,
bakit
kayo
ngayon
mga
lang?
kaibigan kami.
Pero bakit ngayon lang?
Unang-una, teka muna, unang-una, talagang kami pupunta rito dahil narinig namin may confirmation of charges, hoping na makikita namin siya. Kaya kami nandito eh. Yan ang from the very start, yan ang aming pakay dito. Individually Kasi actually hindi ko rin alam na darating sila eh. Hindi ko rin alam na meron silang balak na hindi naman kami nagkakausap eh. Eh yung pala kami, individually gusto namin pumunta on our own. Tapos, and then they finally decided to have a legal team.
So, pero hindi talaga yun. Hindi talaga yun yung pakay niyo noong una. So all this announcement came belatedly, or at least forming this so-called legal team came after the fact that you've all decided to be there. Kumbaga, sabihin na lang natin na sila yung legal team. Total, nandito naman sila. Ganun ho ba yung nangyari?
Hindi. Decide sila na magkaroon ng legal team. Kami naman, ako, for instance, talagang pupunta ako.
I got it.
Sila naman, talagang balak nilang mag-form ng legal team at sabihan kami. Nung masabihan kami, yung iba sa amin, papunta na rito. Ako naman, papunta na rin.
Teka nga muna.
Siyempre natutuwa kami. Natutuwa kami na nagkaroon ng formal na creation ng legal team.
Teka nga muna. Let's backtrack a bit. Because the former cabinet member, a former colleague of yours, Attorney Harry Roque, has been there since day one. Sabi niyo noong una, kailangan magkaroon ng abogadong Pilipino doon. But he was there since day one. Wouldn't you count him as part of the legal team?
No, hindi ba sabi, hindi ba I remember nag-offer siya at sinabi na, hindi, asikasuhin mo lang yung asylum mo. Yan ang sagot sa kanya ng pamilya, di ba? So, walang miyembro ng, walang Pilipinong miyembro ng legal team.
So hindi ho siya nakatulong sa dating Pangulo, si Attorney Harry?
Ay, hindi ko alam. Yan, siguro tanongin mo si Attorney Kaufman.
Kayo po, based on your observation, I mean, you've been following this case very closely. Did he even help in any way in crafting the defense? Was he able to help, Attorney Harry Roque?
Sa totoo lang tinatanong ko sino ba siya? Sino ba yung tinatanong niya sa akin? Kasi I don't follow him eh.
And would you consider him a liability to the former president's legal
I think only Attorney Kaufman can answer that because he's handling the case.
Attorney Panelo, what is clear? What should be clear? Kasi nga, wala pa pala kayo dito sa crafting of the opening statements. But when you observe later today, when you observe the opening statements coming from the former president's defense team, what should be clear that you want to hear so that hopefully, from your perspective, the judges will decline to confirm the charges?
Unang-una, as a lawyer, ako kasi from the very beginning sinasabi ko, jurisdiction muna pag-usapan natin. Dapat nga walang confirmation of charges eh. Kasi yung confirmation of charges assumes na meron silang jurisdiction at pakinggan na nila. Nagtataka nga ako bakit ganun ang ginawa nila. Kaya I've been saying in my commentaries na mukhang pinipili-judge nyo na yan. Hindi pa kayo nakaka-decide sa jurisdiction. Nasa appeals pa lang eh. Bakit may confirmation of charges?
Okay.
Kaya I want to know exactly kung anong mangyayari mamaya.
Pero okay, so let's say, for the sake of argument, may jurisdiction sila. What do you want to hear from the opening statement that would point to the judges declining the confirmation of charges?
Siyempre, kaya nga confirmation of charges, the court would like to know if there is substantial ground for the accused to stand trial. Kung malaman na meron, itutuloy nila yan. Pero ako, sa tingin ko, I'm sorry to say, since pumasok, pinilit na nila mga sarili nila, may jurisdiction sila, kahit wala, tutuloy nila.
Yan ang basa nyo?
Yan ang basa ko.
All right. And okay, so let's go back. For the opening statements that you will be hearing from Nick Kaufman, what do you want to hear as an observer? If you believe, as you said, if you've already relegated yourself to that thinking that tutuluyan ang dating Pangulo, ano ang gusto nyong marinig mula dun sa opening statements?
Hindi na yung gusto ko marinig. Kasi kung ako, magsasalita ro, sasabihin ko sa hukuman, teka muna, bakit tayo may confirmation of charges? Hindi nyo pa nga nare-resolve ang jurisdiction eh.
Mm-mm.
Yun ang sasabihin ko. Yun ang ipupunto ko sa kanila.
Opo. But you already said, sorry to say, I mean, those are the words. You said, sorry to say, mukhang tuluyan siya. In so many words.
Oo nga, exactly. Hindi na sasabihin ko sa kanila. Sasabihin ko sa kanila, mukhang pre-judge nyo na itong kasong ito. Because you have not even resolved the issue of jurisdiction, which is the core of this case. Very fundamental. And yet, you're already having this confirmation of charges. So it would appear to me that you've already prejudged this case because you're insisting on jurisdictions that you have none. Yun ang sasabihin kung ako yung abogado.
Well, as
Hindi
you
naman
said,
ako abogado.
well, as you said earlier, Attorney Panelo, the whole purpose of this is to determine if there is enough evidence to proceed to trial. What makes you believe that the other side does not have the evidence or enough evidence to proceed to trial?
Simple lang yan eh. Carmina, di ba sinasabi nila 30,000 ang pinatay daw? Sino ba yun? Nasaan ba yun? Bakit parang tatlo lang yata ang nagsasabing yung kamag-anak nila pinatay? Doon lang may problema ka na doon eh. Di ba? Ang propaganda, 30,000 people have been killed during the drug war. Nasaan yan? Kailan ginawa yan? Saan nangyari yan? Sino mga testigo mo? Yan ang gusto kong marinig mamaya kung ano ba itong mga demandang ito? Sino ba ito?
But isn't it also clear from the part of the prosecution that you need not have all of those thousands present, that you only need a representative of those
Hindi.
thousands?
Kailangan, kasi kasi, di ba, the narrative is, this president has ordered the killing of 30,000 victims. Yun, hindi ba, kahit si Presidente Duterte yun na sinasabi, nasaan yan? Wala kayong pinapakita sa aking pangalan. Kailan nangyari yan? Anong petsa ba yan? Saan nangyari? Sino involved? Sino pumatay? Yan ang pinaka-basic. Pero wala kaming naririnig na ganyan.